What's happening, folks, and welcome to a mid-season report on the Plymouth Argyle Let's Play. If you're excited for this episode, hit the like button down below and subscribe for daily FM content on this channel. Down below, FIFA channel and my Let's Play channels as well. Go check those out when you if you have time to do so. So we're gonna go over a very brief, I say brief, as long as it is, mid-season report on how we're doing with Plymouth in our first season. Spoiler alert, it's going rather well. So as you can see here on the Club Vision screen, we've achieved everything, or the pleased with everything, apart from this, the EFL Cup, EFL Trophy. We didn't do well in that. We didn't get out of the group stage, but I wasn't really taking it seriously. When I go start to the league, I was like, well, focus on the league games and keep that form going. But it is what it is. Overall, happy with the FA Cup and the EFL Cup and the league. So 3 out of 4 isn't bad. They're also expanding the stadium, which is great. They started planning it at the moment. It'll be completed by this July 27th of next year, which will be good. It'll give us more scope for to be bringing in more funds and what have you. And it'd be fantastic if we can do that. So they want us to reach the championship by the end of 2024, but we might do it this year, possibly if we can get our form back. But I still think it's a bit of an ask to do it, but you never know. It is possible. So, how are we doing this season? Well, as you can see, we win our game in hand. We go top of the table, which is stunning. I'm stunned with how this is going. Delighted is probably in a word as well. Just how we've barely made any signings, but it's just clicked. We're still looking to make more signings wherever we can. I'm still trying to get a senior affiliate. They keep saying no. You'd have thought by now they'd realise that, yeah, maybe it's kind of knows what he's talking about and, you know, give him something that he wants, but never mind. FA Cup, we beat Mansfield in the second round, I think that was. And we obviously, third round is what we're trying to get to. Carroll Cup, knocked out by Cardiff, no disrespect there. In the third round, overachieved there, and obviously Papa John's Trophy, we lost in the southern section. So the main thing is the league is going very well. They wanted to get top half. We're going to do that. It's just nailed on, barring a complete utter collapse, which I don't think we will. But the strikers and the forward players we have, I don't think we will have that major collapse. Sunderland down at the bottom, which is interesting. Managed them, of course, in the previous FM series. We didn't go very well. But we did well for a start. But this one, it'd be interesting to see if we get promoted this year, what they say next season, for example. Will they say fight brave against relegation, or will they say stay up? Because I think if we get promoted, given that they wanted top half this year, clearly they think the squad isn't going to get promoted, or don't expect it to. But will they change their mind then if we were to suddenly get that promotion? So that's something to keep an eye out for when, if or when we get promoted. So in terms of the scouting, we've got quite a lot of players. The problem we're having is the work permit situation. A lot of these players are highly recommended by the scouts that I've got. There's just no way of bringing them in at the moment. Billy, yeah, people like this, they look okay and it would be really good at signing. However, when you go to this, he would probably further get a work permit. So that's a big problem. I looked to bring these guys in, but there's just no way of getting a work permit for them. Joseph Emmanuel is someone I'm looking at as a wing-back option. Again, I'm thinking about the possibility of Sessignon leaving. Am I scouting this guy? No, I'm not. Get full knowledge on him. It's just the funds. I'm not sure where I want to play him, to put them. I might bring him in on loan, but I doubt it. And then I'm looking at basically it's like the wide areas essentially. I'm looking for wide players, but obviously there's a lot of players on this list are not wide players, but we're looking at them. We're looking for them. I mean, this guy I'm really considering going for, Gareth McCleary, a backup AMC. He's not amazing, but he just gives us that more natural option in that area, and he plays centre mid as well. So I'm considering this deal. It's just, will he actually join us? So hopefully he will. He's playing for Wickham, which are in League One, so he's used to this division. So yeah, I think in the team that goes, he may do better. But I'm considering it. It'd probably be a backup option, or at least rotation. Definitely rotation, given that we've got a lot of games. But I'm considering doing that deal, potentially, if I can. And then we're looking at so many players here I'm looking at. We've got full knowledge on them all yet, but I'm looking for wide players. That's what I'd like, whether on loan or transfer. That's why I wanted a senior affiliate, because that would look at all these players. These are all players that they thought would be interesting for me, and they're saying, have a look at them. In Harry Arter, I mean, the problem with him is he hasn't got the pace. I'd like more pace in my forward line, in my team. Sorry, but if can we filter this by position, advanced filters? Oh God, there's so many here. Okay, we can't redo that. I'll just go by this direction and just see if we got. Yeah, you see, there's not many wingers on this list. Jordan Roberts is someone again I'm looking at as a winger option, but I don't know. So we need to strengthen in the wide area specifically. I feel we're lacking a bit of options in there. We've only really got one right wing. I mean, George Cooper, I mean, he can play in the wide area, but he lacks that bit of pace that I'd like for him. So it's not desperate, but it is ideal. I mean, striker-wise was solid. Defensively, I don't have a problem with them. It's just these areas around here that I think we need to get more strength and depth in. But if we can get through this season, that would be great. And again, we'll look in the transfer market. We'll look at the loan deals and things like that, if we can do them. I don't mind loan players being backup players. I don't mind that. I don't want my loan players to be the major players. So these two are loans, but they've already been agreed to join us already. Whereas Steven Sessegnon will join if we get promoted to Championship. And even then, it's a stretch. If you go to active availability, if that's what he said, he would only require to get promoted from League One. However, he would be interested in a loan move instead. So, and he's lost a lot of money. So I don't think we're going to get him in, which is why I am which is why I'm considering going for the Hull City right back, because he's not overly expensive. He's relatively the same, similar stats, and he would fit in quite well. So I'm considering that deal, but obviously with the finances that are currently in place, it is difficult to get these deals in, to get the wage budget sorted out. Just got sorted it. So we still need to work on loan deals and free transfers, but the problem with free transfers is there's not many options as of right now that we can go for. I mean, he's not. Don't need a striker really. So go for see what the new reports they've given me are. Don't really need a centre back. Jack Stevens. I mean, is he any good? I mean, maybe, but I'm not looking for goalkeepers right now. I'm looking for wide players. I mean, there's Jack Hunt again. Decent option. Let's fully scout him. Nope, not interested in him. Jordan Roberts again. Fully scout him. Just basically going through these and looking to see if, is this guy any good? I mean, he could be. I'm going to scout him anyway. Obviously, it costs us money, but again, we'll look out for gems of signings. Not him. James Brown. Again, not overly expensive, but not really something I'm interested in doing. But we'll fully scout him anyway, get the full knowledge on him before I make a decision on that. And again, you're looking for wide players. There's not many options out there. Miguel Miller, he's all right. But I don't know. I really don't know. He's a very good sign, but I think he's very limited, and he's 26 years old, so I'm probably not going to go for him. And then this guy looks like a fantastic player. But then again, look at that. He isn't. So this is why I always go for these and look at them. Again, we'll get work permit, so no point. We'll get work permit. Again, it's all down to just going through these players and seeing if anything comes up that's interesting. There's fees I can afford, but usually the players I really want, I can't get work permit for them, which is a big blow. Again, we'll get a work permit. Again, we know about this guy. We're going to try and get him probably. Again, we'll get a work permit. Won't get a work permit. Won't get a work permit. Won't get a work permit. Just players that... obviously, him is someone I'm going to try and target. Again, not a winger. Again, we'll get a work permit. And, they're saying this guy, Killen Bryan. I looked at him at one point, but I don't know if he's going to be worth going for. They're saying do it, but we'll acknowledge that for now. Again, we'll get a work permit. I don't know why these guys, I don't know how these guys have come up, to be honest with you. I think some of them I think I've found myself, but a lot of them I haven't. So you look at the transfer market, and specifically, let's get this guy off here, the inside forward. You look at the recommendations they give here, and there's very little options, to be honest, right now. Let's just go with any. Where are we? Any, and let's see what options come up then. Because I was putting inside forward. That's what I'm using. Let's see if anyone else comes up that's more gettable. I mean, Nick Freeman, but he needs pace, so he ain't really got that. Looking at that range there, so yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to find. I mean, he looks pacey, but I think we would struggle again. Maybe get a full scout report on him just to see. Rather, it's a backup option potentially. So again, it's just options. So that's where we're struggling in the wide areas. Really, is what I'm looking to try and strengthen. And I'd love to get a senior affiliate, but every time I tried to get this. Yeah, I can't even ask for it now because they've obviously refused it recently. But they are expanding the stadium for me, so that's cool. I mean, we have got our youth system as well, which we can obviously dip into potentially if we have options. We look at the potential here. There is this guy here that is Will Jenkins Davis that looks like he's got good potential. I don't know whether I'm going to put him in the first team yet. It's probably more likely to go out on loan, which I think is probably a good option for him. I'm going to put regular starter, and he has to play right side and ideally inside forward. We'll see what they say to that. He's an inside forward, to be fair. Well, he can play the inside forward role. His preferred foot is his right hand side though, and he's 2-footed, so he is someone to keep an eye on. Definitely, but not necessarily now. And then apart from that, nothing else in that one. So you go to the 18s, and again, not much in the way of youth prospects in here. So that's going to be something that I'm going to actually request right now on the video, is to improve youth recruitment. And again, we're going to ask for these to be improved as well. You never know. They might say yes. They'll probably say no, but I'm going to ask for them. They've improved youth facilities at least. That's something they're going to do. So, yeah, we're in a good position, really. We're overachieving. We really are overachieving with this squad. And the good news is that most of these teams will stay together next season. The only thing will be Sessignon will be here next year, I don't think. And maybe not this guy. He'll probably moved on. Or go back to his club. So, yeah, I think the core of the team will stay together. I may have to sell Yara Snogo. I just don't... I thought using more than I would. And then I have, sorry. But what a player. What a player these two strikers are. Sorry, Ryan Hardy, what a player he is. He might get a new contract soon. He's a finished player and he's scored 16 goals. But I'm really excited to see how Ennis does, because he's got the pace that I like. He's currently being trained to beat the offside trap as well, which is what I want him to do. But we'll see. So, really good place. If you've got any ideas, guys, feel free to put them in the comment section. Any tips and hints? Yeah, mate, try look at doing this or filtering this out, what it is. But we're still in a great position in the league. You look at our recent form, it's not terrible. No win in the league in the last 4, though, which is to change soon. But I'm sure we can come back and get going again. We've not been far off in these 2 draws here from winning it. Just to be a bit more streetwise, and again, with the better strength and depth we can bring into the team, we can maybe improve these areas of weakness. But it's just I don't trust the second string, if that makes sense. So next episode, I'm not sure what I used to do for live com. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then Charlton and Portsmouth. Cheltenham and Portsmouth, sorry, come out for those 2. And then we'll see we get in the third round of FA Cup. If we get someone big in the FA Cup third round, we'll show that one. We'll see. So, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, I hope you have. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. Daily content on this channel. And I'll catch you all in the next one. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.